Hey, it's me, Big P, and I'm here to showcase my current status of my Magic Find Ice Shot Wind Ripper Deadeye that we got started the first weekend of the league. Kind of wanted to get it set up so that we can farm some early tier maps, maybe get into yellows, although, I mean, we'll get into how difficult that is now. Kind of only have white maps right now because of the state of the new Atlas. This build isn't amazing for boss killing. We've gotten some progress in terms of single target by using blaster and ballistas and 5-linking my ice shot. I'm also getting something different than a fucking Roth's Reach into maps. But yeah, let's run this map and we'll go into what the build does and what the build won't do. So if you're not familiar with Magic Find, I have a bunch of gear that gives me quantity. We got 19 here, 10 here, 10 in the implicit on the spine fuse, 4 increased quant here, and 15 if they're frozen. This is a little more inconsistent, but with Ice Shot, you actually get a lot of it. Why are my options open? See, 43 quantity. So, also Queen of the Forest with Evasion makes us move faster. Not super fast, but probably faster than average, I would say, in your average build. Kind of a weird map to showcase this on, especially because I don't have the blink arrow cooldown reduction, but it shouldn't be that big a deal. Overall, the build oh, we're not doing the Blight now. Leave a like if you missed Blight League. I think the build kind of hit a bit of a wall once I got into maps and really had to deal with map bosses and Metamorph bosses, but okay now. Hopefully I'm not jinxing myself and I'm going to get one shot at the map boss here. This one's pretty easy though. Again, jinxing myself to get ripped. This is actually take 2 of the video because I tried on a really rippy tier 4 map and like, you don't want to watch a build guide where someone dies. Like, you know, you're not going to do that build. That being said, this is not exactly the safest build, most consistent build. There's definitely ways, I mean, just in the itemization. The glove slot alone, I mean, Sedima's is doing absolutely nothing besides a little bit of damage in quantity, so, you know. But that's, you know, you kind of make those concessions for a Magic Find build, and I'm fine with that. This is not going to be the only build I do this league, so to get this started, try out some of the new bow stuff. It's been pretty fun. Been a rough sort of start in the maps. It was kind of tricky, but I mean in the axe rather. So the single target's not bad actually, you see there. I assume she would have some resistance to cold damage. Oh, let's wait till we do find more parts. My thoughts on the league are that Metamorph is awesome. It's going to be even more awesome when we don't have to pick up every single one. As a Magic Finder, you know, to farm maps and stuff, it really slows me down to have to get all those extra clicks in. I mean, it's what, like a dozen plus extra clicks every map, so not amazing to have to do that, but they're, GGG's already stated that they're going to update that so that it's not as carpal tunnel inducing, which I appreciate. Middle map right here. Overall, like, I'm happy with how it turned out. Definitely a bit of a rocky start, but Ice Shot is a very interesting and strong sort of skill. I'll go into exactly how I'm using it in a bit. I'm just gonna throw some stuff together. Can we max it out? Let's get a maxed out one. Yeah, sure, that one's fine. I mean, let's put a portal just in case. So something that's nice is the ability to chill and freeze. A lot of these people, ooh. Even the Metamorph bosses, because of the increased effectiveness of ailments. Oops, I didn't go D&D, my bad. The increased effect of ailments on bosses now, or rather, that just Ice Shot has generally, it's pretty amazing. By the way, if you want to help get rid of visual clutter, try Blast Rain Totems. If you think there's too much shit on the screen in a Metamorph fight, try a Blast Rain Totem, guys. Trust me. They'll definitely, you know, clear stuff up right away. Let's get into the links of the build. We're not at 100 chance to hit. It's like, whatever, you know, I don't really care about shit like that. Ice Shot itself, actually, has a bunch of the clear. The initial shot is one part of it, but it's really the way that the clear interacts with the chain that's helped me sort of just kind of get into like a hybrid setup. So we have obviously LE damage with attacks, barrage support. I was on volley support, but barrage support's actually amazing. I'm not sure if this is going to be in the endgame 5 link or 6 link rather, but for now, this with chain, not even in the links, just the one chain from the ascendancy, it's pretty amazing. Hypothermia is really amazing. You know, higher chance to freeze means better quantity. We really need to get crit strikes in the links, but right now just the flat added cold is helping us in the maps. So that's all you really need right now for the 5 link. If you are on a 4 link, I would maybe get rid of the barrage. I don't know, it's hard to say. You want to get a 5 link. Like, bow skills are kind of wonky without it. Like, you're definitely not going to drop this, and maybe if you have the flat damage somewhere else, you can drop the added cold. But hypothermia is really good, especially if you're looking to, you know, use this as your boss skill, because you can chill and freeze bosses a little bit more effectively now. I might do a video on showing the differences there, but it's like, I don't know, sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. See, I'm leveling this, the crit strikes, I'm leveling Ice Bite. I have some space to do some other stuff here. This is the 4 link I'm using for single target. Ballista Totems with Blast Rain, Conk Effect, and Cold Pen. This should probably be LE damage with attacks as well. It's just kind of hard to get it on the gear I have. Energy Shield base, Energy Evasion base, and Evasion base. So we might put that in the 6 link here in the Queen of the Forest. You know, there's a lot more comprehensive Magic Find Deadeye, guys. I would recommend go look at this. This is just like kind of a start. I was able to kind of snipe like pretty okay talisman here to get that 10 quant. Normally they'll do like almost nothing for your build and you're only running it for the implicit. Ring and quiver are not part of the quantity build, but they're like kind of how I'm shoring up resistances and just like other stuff. This is actually probably the first thing that will go, replaced with another Venters perhaps. This quiver is just decent, and my belt as well. I feel like there's a couple slots that, because I'm league starting and actually want to push a bit of content, I can't go full quantity, but you know, stuff like Sedemus is just too good. I mean, 10 quant on that. Venters. Fractal Thoughts is like kind of a newer addition to the build. I'm not sure if I'm actually using it as good as I can, because my strength is not higher than my intelligence right now, so I don't get the % increased dexterity. That'll probably end up being a lot more evasion and a lot more elemental damage once I can kind of balance that stuff. But I mean, we're still leveling. You know, we got 5, maybe 6 or 7 more levels to go before this kind of caps out, and we have to really respect the tree. Speaking about the tree, I mean, let's look at these. Flask of Adrenaline. You want the Jade Flask of Reflexes. I think it's like 4,500 is the cap, so you can see here we're not there yet. We're not at the max move speed, but a little bit more evasion rating, and if you get the Alchemist's Flask of Adrenaline, will get an increased effect. That's nice. Warding, I'm using a Granite Flask just to get a little bit of armor on this build. Just you know, just that flat armor might help a bit. Really should get a cast when damage taken set up somewhere in here, because it's not amazing right now. What else we got? Herald of Ice linked with Curse on hit, Assassin's Mark to generate power charges, and Onslaught. Kind of inconsistent, but you know, when you're running maps, it's just like kind of okay. I guess I should kind of mention that between the Blood Rage and Assassin's Mark, while you're clearing maps, you're probably going to have 3 frenzies and 3 power charges, but when you're doing bosses, that's why I kind of like the Metamorph bosses. I love it when it spawns the ads, because then I know that I'm going to get, I pop my Blood Rage, get a couple more frenzies, and that just kind of helps me finish off the boss. What else we got here? Blink Arrow, faster attacks for movement, precision, and Grace. Grace is to get the evasion, to move the, stop guys, to get the move speed cap with the Queen of the Forest up. Just leveling this because I need to put that in this 5 link. Overall, build's kind of fun, kind of fast. There's the setup for endgame bossing will be very different. The way I have it now, this is pretty much only doing white maps, maybe yellows once I get all my gems to like 20% quality and level 20 and stuff like that. And I'm, you know, stockpiling some jewels that we're gonna use. Let's go into the tree a bit. The tree is nothing fancy. Deadeye, you know, you obviously Tailwind is just like so good. Tailwind's beautiful. What a great skill. I had Fast and Deadly, but I don't think it's really necessary. When you get that move speed with the Queen of the Forest, you could go for this, but I really want my Uber Lab to get increased area of effect, accuracy rating, and an additional projectile, which will work amazingly with pretty much anything we're going to do. Blast Rain works with additional prods now, I think, and Ice Shot will just be even stronger. The chain is nice. Barrage with the chain. lets you both clear well and do single target decently. Something to note is that the King of the Hill gives knocks back enemies if you get a critical strike with the bow. So that kind of is like a layer of defense almost. Like it like knocks stuff away from you. Sometimes like it'll start to like wind up an attack and then you knock it away and then like it will miss the attack as a result. That with far shot is like another thing to keep in mind. I mean, the tree is pretty basic. I'm actually probably doing a couple things wrong here, but you know, what are you gonna do? We need a jewel here. Maybe go up for the jewel there. The jewel here with the evasion rating is probably necessary. Point blank after the nerf I don't think is worth it, especially since it would be counterintuitive with the far shot. Don't really want to leave anything out because I definitely made a shitty vid that first time because I didn't sleep. But yeah, we're vol packed. Got a little bit of int here just because it's, you know, that's where these builds sort of struggle, you know. Just a little tip, I wouldn't go through this side if you need that because that 20 int can actually matter a bit. Could go for an extra frenzy charges. Obviously, you can go for the lion eyes and get the soul raker switch to bow. You know, there's a lot of stuff to min-max, but this is a pretty basic tree right now that can probably do almost any cold type bow build. Like if you still want to try tornado shot, I haven't really seen many people do that. I think ice shot is like kind of the de facto new bow build. I was in quick step and stuff like that, but I don't know if it's really necessary. I wonder if there's a more efficient way to do this tree. I mean, once I get more regrets, you know, who knows. But overall, I'm looking forward to playing more Metamorph. I might keep this build intact as it is and re-roll another character because I kind of want to have this set up as a mapper, as something that can just kind of like run maps. I can just like chill and like watch something on a second screen and just have it, whereas I'll make another way tankier bosser after like I kind of figure out, you know, what we'll need for the bosses and what builds are best at doing that. But, you know, I'm just going to end the video here because not much else to go over. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments. Stop by Twitch. I'm going to be streaming a lot in January, so we're going to do a bunch of different builds. We're going to do a bunch of different stuff. I got a bunch of new people who are excited about Path and joining the game. It's just a very exciting time to be fucking playing. I'm hype. I'm just hype. So yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.